Hello, my loves, magical people. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. If you are new or returning, Jasmine Aten, Mystic at the Crossroads, your favorite witch's favorite witch here on YouTube. And today we're going to talk about money spells, money candle spells that don't require burning a 7-day candle. I have a couple of examples here. I'm going to show them each to you, explain the difference, how I would decide which one I would choose over the other, just to give you guys some more options to work with when it comes to practicing magic, burning candles, because, well, they work, but when you can't babysit a 7-day candle. So if you watch my last video, I went over my top recommendations for my favorite 7-day money candles. And I understand that a lot of people can't burn 7-day candles. Either you just don't have the time in your schedule, which is a big one. Some people are practicing in the closet, so they're not able to freely have an altar up or burn candles because of family members, roommates, spouses, what have you. And other times, one of the biggest reasons, at least for me, is sometimes we need to create some change. We need to manifest some things, like you need some extra money and you need it kind of quickly. And if your candle is still burning, then technically your ritual is still in process. So if you are in a situation where you need some fast money, again, you're practicing in the closet, or you just don't have the time in your schedule to deal with one of these, I got you covered. So the first option that I'm going to show you, and we are all familiar, you've seen these figure candles, amazing. There's several different ways that I like to work with them that may be a little outside of the box when it comes to money spells. So first of all, the biggest thing about the figure candle is it can be used as a representation of yourself or somebody else. I like burning these. So for example, if you were getting ready to go for your annual review at work, and you know that you are overdue for a raise, you're entitled to one, but you don't know if you're gonna get it, right? You can burn a candle. You can dress this candle, prepare this candle as a representation of yourself or as a representation of your boss, and burn it on them in order to pay you. That's more of a pay me spell versus a money drawing spell, but that's one way you can use these. Another way that I like to use these is when you dress them, if you do dress them as a representation of yourself, you can load the bottom of them. You can load them with herbs, you can load them with roots, oils, or you can dress the candle the way we traditionally do, just dress it with whatever herbs, oils that you want to put on it. You can also really work into your magic this candle being a representation energetically, again, of yourself or another person. When I work with figure candles, if I have time and I know I'm doing like a full moon spell, new moon spell, or something like that, I will prepare my candle and let it sit and marinate. Let it sit in the herbs, let the herbs charge the candle. I'll talk to the candle. Again, depending on what the petition is, if this was your boss and you want to get a raise, then I'd be talking to this candle like it was them, right? That's part of preparing it. You're linking it to that person, and then you're telling that person what it is that they're going to do. If this was for you, whether you were just doing some regular money drawing work, whether it's looking for a new job, whatever the case may be, spending time with this and really feeling, charging it as an extension of yourself energetically helps to draw whatever it is that you're asking for. One thing that I do like about candles like this, because they burn out relatively quickly, again, depending on the energy and how they're dressed or whatnot. But this, you can get this to burn down anywhere from an hour. Sometimes they take longer, again, but you can typically burn this down in about an hour or so. And I say an hour or so because that could do a whole separate video on money blocks. I'm not even gonna go there. Depending on the energy, depending on how you dress the candle, depending on the energy around your circumstances, also determines how quickly or slowly the candle burns. But you can burn this down when you have some privacy. So it's not like one of these that you light it, you got to put it out, you got to remember to turn it back on. It's going to take forever if it's not burning consistently, versus this, you're home alone, you got some quiet time, you need to do a money ritual real quick, you dress your candle, you light it, you burn it, it's done. You get rid of the remains. Nobody knows what you did. You did a whole candle ritual. That was effective also. I also like in figure candles, so you don't have to get them in the figure of the gender. These come in cat-shaped candles if you're attracting clients, customers, business opportunities. They come in pyramids. They have a plethora of different candles. Money candles in the figure shapes. I'll plop a couple of insert some photos here. I won't get into all those. I cover that in my candle magic course, but I will give you guys some ideas. That way, if you are in the spiritual shop or the botanica and you happen to come across them and you've never burned them before, you want to try something different, or maybe they don't have one of these, you're like, what's my alternative? You can work with those as well. So I'll insert that somewhere just to give you a glimpse. The next candle that I like a lot, these are my favorite. I mean, does it get any more simplistic than this, right? Dollar sign candles. And remember, when it comes to anything magical that you're manifesting, symbology, right? Symbols, thoughts, feelings, emotions, what we look at. The universe does not speak language. It speaks feelings. It speaks emotions. It speaks symbols, right? So if I dress this candle and light it, automatically my mind is already in that space of like, this is a money candle, this is gonna be lit, some money's coming, right? So it puts you in that energetic space. And look how pretty it is. I mean, who doesn't like gold glitter on a green candle? But the plus to this is, one, it burns out very quickly. These candles burn in very quickly. I mean, I've probably had one burn down. The longest I would say would be like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So if you're someone who, again, in a hurry, don't have privacy, or you just need to do a quick money ritual, maybe what you're petitioning doesn't require a 7-day candle also. To me, this is money spells. This is money ritual. This is fast. I need some quick cash. I need some extra cash. I got a bill to pay. I need something to happen very quickly. This is maintenance magic. This is, need a down payment on a house. I'm starting a new career. I'm starting a business. I'm buying a car. Big request, big candle. Smaller request, smaller candle. Now, no, that does not mean that you can't burn these for a larger request, the things I just mentioned. However, some things that are grand require more energy, require more time put into it, meaning you might have to burn a candle and sit there and meditate and focus on your desire and pray your petition more than once. It may require more push in order to manifest. And that's the beauty of candle magic, because it's such a blank canvas. You can try it with this, try it with one of these, try it with something else and see what works for you. I'm giving you solely from my personal experience as a practitioner, and what I've recommended to others and the feedback that I've gotten. But try it. You know, maybe if you can't burn a 7-day candle, but you know you're trying to manifest some money for a down payment on a car, you get more than one. You get 2 or 3, and you light one for a couple of days and you build up energy that way. That too could be all. I could teach an entire class, a whole class on that. So just bear that in mind. That's kind of the way I look at it, how I practice. Some of you may have a different experience. Hey, I would love to hear it in the comments. But typically, you know, if I need it, it's like, oh, damn, I got this bill I wasn't expecting. The car broke down, what have you. I'm going to do this quick, fast. Candle goes out. Results are going to come quickly because you're not babysitting it. Affordable, easy, and you can do this in private. All right, last but not least, this particular option I like because this is something that you can do ongoing, and this can be used for quick money, like I need something immediately to come, or this can be used for as your maintenance. So again, back to can't burn a 7-day candle, still want to do some candle magic because it works, and you're trying to work on manifesting money, but you just, how do you do it quickly and incognito? So my favorite, and you guys know I love jar spells. I love jar spells. This is a money jar. This is a sweetening money jar that I made, and I make these, I sell them on my Etsy shop, and I make them according to what the specific petition or intention is. So what I mean by that is, for example, fenugreek is very good for maintaining money in the household, employment, getting bills paid, like household stuff, right? But if I was looking to get some gifts of money, I would probably use like skullcap, right? If I was doing a money jar to get a raise from my boss, then I would probably switch it up and use something like Five Finger Grass, High John the Conqueror. So when I create these for my customers, I use the ingredients based on what the specific intention is. So that's why I love these jars, because you can work them over a period of time. And the way you do that is like this. You can, as you see, this is not very big. You can burn this down very quickly. You can prepare your jar with an unlimited number of ingredients. You don't have to necessarily be so concerned about overdressing your candle. Like with these, they can catch fire if you have too much stuff at the top and just burn black and weird. When you dress the figure candles, if they have too much herbs on them, you can have the candle start burning out of control, and we don't want that. We always want to practice fire safety. But with a jar, you can put anything in here. You can put anything. You can put any number of herbs. You can put a combination of different oils. You can put, there's so much that you can put, as you can see. So I have my, I make my money rice and a few other, there's a lot of different things in here, but a few other things that I put in here. So your jar, and you can write a petition and put it down inside the jar, or you don't have to. You can simply speak your intention, focus on your intention as you're creating your jar, and then burn your candle on top. In your candle, you can dress your candle. You can add a little bit of money oil to your candle and light it and burn it that way. You can inscribe on here, put your name, put there's a certain amount of money, if whatever it is, right? Especially if you did not put a written petition in here. Or another way that I like using these jars, let's say you have several different financial things you're working on. So this week it's like, okay, I need to get a new refrigerator, right? Got your jar, got your candle, boom. So you just did your candle spell for that one particular thing. Candle's done, you still have your jar. Okay, next week I need to, I want to take the kids on vacation. I'm going to need some extra money for that, right? I'm going to need to pick up some extra work hours. Take your same jar, get you a fresh candle, write your petition or pray over it. Second spell, same jar. When you're done, put it away. Tiny, easy breezy. You don't have to make yours as small. You can make yours bigger. I don't see a need to make a huge one, but to each his own. You can alternate candle colors, you know, again, very versatile. You can just work this. So this can be for a long-term goal, or this can be a bunch of little short goals, but the end result is the same. They do work and they're easy. So these are my, I guess, top 3 recommendations. There's other ways too. There's oil lamps. There's things that don't involve burning a candle. That's a separate video. But as far as candle burning is concerned, and you guys know, I don't have to tell you if you've been following me, but candle magic works very fast because the fire, the element, the heat. If you think about lighting a piece of paper, I don't have one. If you took a piece of paper and lit it on fire, it's going to go up like that. So candle magic does move energetically and produce results a lot quicker, in my experience, versus other types of magic. So that's why my whole channel is all about candle magic, because we ain't trying to wait forever for results. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. I know this was a shorter video, but I just wanted to give you guys a couple of different options to work with. With your jars, one thing that people do always ask me is like, do I open the jar? What do I do when I'm done? Once you burn your candle on your jar and activate it, if you go a jar route, you don't open it again. So you make sure you put everything you want in here before you seal it. Once it's sealed by the candle wax, it is sealed. I hold on to my jars, depending on what I'm manifesting, until the results come. Again, depending on what it is. I do refresh them. If everything I asked for and I've been working the same jar for months and months and it looks like it needs a refresher, then refresh it. With these candles, a lot of questions I get is, well, what do I do with the wax remains? Personally, unless you're gonna like put them in a plant, if you're someone who likes to bury your wax and stuff like that, which again, that's a whole separate that's a whole separate money drawing video. You can do that, but once the candle goes out, the spell is cast, the energy is out there. You can do a wax reading if that's something you're into, or not. You don't have to. You can simply take the wax and throw it out, put it in a mojo bag, drop it at your bank. But over the years, I've done all three, and I've burned the candles completely down. Candle done, wax thrown out, thank the universe, and I don't really feel that it's made a huge difference, one versus the other. So follow your intuition and kind of, you know, see what works for you. See what you're led to do. Same thing for these freestanding candles. If you even have wax left over, because oftentimes they'll burn all the way down. Sometimes you won't even have wax left over. So easy, simple. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say. If you have any questions, comments, have you burned any of these? Have you ever did a money honey jar? If you have, or a sweetening jar, this isn't technically, well, it's a bunch of different sweeteners, but honey jars, sweetening jars, have you ever done this? Would you try it? I love these. I've done them and have worked them for like 6-7 months outside of my maintenance candles and have seen really good results. So just something, give it a try. See what works for you. Experiment. Candle magic is a formula. Yeah. And have you ever burned any one of these? I'm curious to see if you have. What were your results? Leave it down in the comment box. All of my information to connect with me on social media will be down in the comment description below as well. If you guys want me to do a video on oil lamps, I might do that. It's something a couple people have asked, but not a lot of people. So, I mean, if some of you guys, if more of you are interested in oil lamps, another alternative to burning candles, I'll be more than happy to do that video for you. But anywho, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and happy manifesting your money.